back to Daily English Lab Podcast, where we believe stories stick better than rules ever could. Today, you're going to learn how to use prepositions of place, like next to and across from, plus polite ways to ask strangers for help. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today, and what's your English level? And hey, if you're new here, hit subscribe because we drop a new story every day. Sarah landed in Lisbon with a suitcase, a paper map, and zero sense of direction. Her hotel was supposed to be close to the train station, but after 20 minutes of walking in circles, she realized she was completely lost. She spotted an elderly man reading a newspaper on a bench and thought, okay, it's now or never. She walked up and said, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the Hotel Lisboa?" He smiled and pointed down the street. Let's slow down on that moment. Sarah used the phrase, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to?" This is one of the most polite and natural ways to ask for directions in English. Why does this matter? Because starting a question with "excuse me" instantly softens it and shows respect, which makes strangers far more willing to help you. Here's the correct way. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the museum?" A common mistake learners make is saying, "Where is museum go?" which sounds confusing and a little rude. Try repeating this out loud. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the station?" Here's a quick memory tip. Picture yourself politely tapping a stranger's shoulder before asking, and "excuse me" is that tap in word form. Quick question for you. Have you ever had to ask a stranger for help in a different language? Drop your story in the comments below. The old man began explaining, and this is where things got interesting. He said, "Go straight, then turn left at the bakery. The hotel is next to the pharmacy, right across from the small park." Sarah repeated it in her head, terrified she'd forget. She thanked him and started walking, whispering the directions like a magic spell. Notice those two power words, next to and across from. These are prepositions of place, and they're essential for both understanding and giving directions. Next to means directly beside something, while across from means on the opposite side, usually facing it. Here's why this matters in real life. Without these words, directions become vague and confusing. Correct example, the bank is next to the coffee shop. A common learner mistake is saying, the bank is near in the coffee shop. That "in" doesn't belong there at all. Try saying this out loud. The hotel is across from the park. Here's a fun fact to remember it. Think of next to as two friends standing shoulder to shoulder, and across from as two friends waving at each other from opposite sides of a street. Have you ever mixed up similar prepositions in English? Tell me which ones trip you up the most in the comments. Sarah followed every direction carefully, and 5 minutes later, there it was, her hotel, exactly where the man said it would be, right next to the pharmacy and across from that little park. She turned around to see if she could spot him again to say thank you, but he was already gone, back to his newspaper somewhere in the city. She laughed to herself, realizing that one polite question and a little vocabulary had saved her entire afternoon. And here's a fun fact about language learning. Studies show that when you learn vocabulary inside a real story, like this one, you're up to twice as likely to remember it weeks later compared to memorizing word lists alone. Now, let's talk about the two mistakes learners make most often with this topic. First, dropping "excuse me" and jumping straight into a question, which can sound abrupt. Instead of "where bathroom?" say "excuse me, where's the bathroom?" Second, confusing "next to" with "in front of." Remember, next to means beside, while in front of means directly ahead, facing the front. Simple fix. Picture the object's side for next to and its face for in front of. Let's do a quick recap. Today, you learned the polite phrase, "excuse me, could you tell me how to get to," for asking directions respectfully. You also learned two key prepositions of place, next to and across from, to describe locations clearly. And remember, stories help this language stick far better than any textbook list ever could. Just like Sarah, you might feel lost sometimes when speaking English, and that's completely okay. Every polite question you ask is a step closer to where you want to be. If this story helped you, hit like, drop a comment telling me one direction word you're going to practice today, and subscribe so you don't miss our next story. where a traveler gets stuck ordering food in a country where nobody speaks their language. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring. This has been your Daily English Lab.